Uh,
Well,
do you want to say?
I can say it has to be. I think you have to talk about it, and I think it's very important that each person expresses that. But it's only going to happen through honest communication because the thing is, it may not be that a person was so sexually liberal, right, prior to being married, and then they're getting the marriage, and then they're no longer sexually liberal. That
Mm.
probably I'm making that up as I go along that term, but anyway, free, right? It could be that your spouse gets sick and
Mm.
cannot perform. What
Right.
happens when they cannot perform?
Right.
Those are things that you have to talk about, and you have to be brutally honest in a relationship and talk about it. This makes me feel this way because it's not just going to be they withdraw because now they don't want to be like that anymore. They may have to withdraw by default because they cannot perform anymore.
Right.
Mm.
So what happens when your spouse can no longer perform? What do you do?
Right.
Do you address those situations? You address it by talking to one another and figuring out how both of you can work through that together.
Mhm.
And it's not gonna look the same for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
right? What may work for me and JK may not work for another couple, right?
Correct.
Mm.
But the thing is, you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it, and then when you talk about it, whatever you work out needs to be according to the will of God. Like you can never go out the will of God in your marriage, and a lot of people subscribe to that. That
Mhm.
is not of God. That is not of God. I mean, we can.
Right.
It's not of God, but you gotta. It's something that you need to talk about and figure out how the two of you can make this thing work,
Right.
and you can make it work.